everyone, and welcome to the Scratticus Academy. We are back with some more Urban Shadows today. So before we go round, say hello to all of these lovely, wonderful faces you see here. Please check out all the links coming up in chat now. That includes the content warning. Also a link to our Discord. We do have a channel just for Urban Shadows where I think we mainly share face claims and talk about how hot everyone looks. So if you want to go and check that out, go check that out. Also, if you've missed anything, please head over to our YouTube. All of our games are put into playlists so that they're easy for you to catch up on. And if you would like to get into a game, head over to Twitter and drop Scrat a DM. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to our wonderful sponsors who we couldn't be here without. First of all, thank you to the Deck of Many Things. They have completely blown their Kickstarter out of the water. It's over 3,000% full. And at the moment, I'm itching to get my hands on their moving tarot cards for games, so I'm very excited about that. Also, Maychan Press, you can check out their Dark Matter and also their Fae Folio. The Fae Folio we run on this channel. It is one of our viewer games if you would like to come and try it out. Also, the wonderful Hero Forge. Scrat and I have a show every Wednesday at 2 p.m. EDT where we drink a ridiculous amount of coffee and play around with their beta, which will be coming out in a few months, which has some really awesome stuff on it. And last but certainly not least, also Dungeon Fog. Whether it's for a one-shot, whether it's for a campaign, it helps you build your maps and the notes to go along with it. The really handy thing is, if you change something on the map, the notes automatically update and you can keep all your information together. Otherwise, let's head round and say hello to all of these lovely people here. So we're going to start with Raven. Oh, hi.
What's up, guys? It's good to be back. I know we took last week off, but I'm really excited to play today. I'm definitely excited because it feels like our characters are really trapped in like it's kind of like a you know what I mean, like a castle, like enemy castle. Anyway, it's actually like a casino. Anyway, yeah. My name is Ravenheart. You can find me on twitch.tv/Ravenheart, HART. I'm playing Reginald Briggs. He's a badass old monster hunter living in New Acadia, and he's getting into no good here in this casino. So, but he's looking smooth now. He's cleaned himself up last week. He's looking and feeling good. So we'll see what happens this week.
Awesome, thank you. Then we're going to hop down and say hello to the lovely Rio Massa. Oh, hi.
Hello. I missed the unmute button 4 times in a row. That's how we're having today. So, hello, I'm Ria Moss. You can find me on Twitter at RY0MASA. I do a bunch of things, including a thesis, which you should check because it's the pinned tweet, and it makes me very happy because I finished it. God bless. Other than that, I have just remembered what happened last week from the brief, so we're going to have a night. I'm very excited. This is going to be a gas.
Awesome, thank you. And then we're going to hop over and say hi to the lovely Mr. Loki. Oh, hi.
Hola, I'm Joaquin from Mexico, and I'm playing Jose Juan. So yeah, we took a couple of weeks off, but we left on a very interesting cliffhanger. So I'm very eager to see what happens next. And as always, Lauren, thank you very much. Let's see where you lead us.
Awesome, thank you. I'm White Rabbit Pick, and that's where you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram. I am one of the founders of the Scratticus Academy. I also come check me out on Gilding Light tomorrow, where I get to play with the lovely Kiana from Salty Sweet Games. And also this weekend with Raven and Lauren again, we are doing the Scare-a-thon. So please come and check it out for more horror goodness. And onto that, I will hand over to our lovely DM.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm so hyped about so many things happening right now. I am Lauren. I'm that Salty Ginger over on Twitter and half of Salty Sweet Games here on Twitch. I want to plug something real quick that we're doing this Saturday from 3:30 to 5:30 Eastern. Kiana is running their own Lady Hackbird for Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, and we're taking donations for the Asian American Defense and Education Fund. So we're excited about that before I spend Sunday raising money for St. Jude's with the awesome Scare-a-thon folks. I cannot wait for that. So it's very good vibes weekend that so many people are working towards putting together. Anyway, I'm your very kind and benevolent Master of Ceremonies. Tonight, we are playing New Acadia Nights, set in my homebrew city of New Acadia, based on New Orleans and the Buffyverse with a bit of Sin City light thrown in. We use the Urban Shadow system, and if you don't know what that is, I will explain it very briefly. It uses the Powered by the Apocalypse engine for its base mechanics. It is a political urban fantasy game in which my job as MC is to make the city feel political and dark, keep the characters' lives out of control and evolving, and we all play to find out what happens. Because I don't know. We have 3 episodes left after today, and I still don't know. Haha, winning. So, last time we, caught up with Reginald Briggs, who was undergoing a kind of transformation, aesthetically and mentally, into his younger hunter self. After checking with Katia Fortier, Briggs returned to the Basic Witch tea shop to find Una missing. They left them. So, after some investigation, he figured they had probably been pulled into this shimmering pocket in the back of the alley. The 2 Fae that Briggs had previously spotted arrived, and the trio struck a bargain. They'd give him information on Kara, and he'd be their friend. Meanwhile, the rest of the group managed to talk down Colton long enough to convince him that Nike was really Nike. Their next stop was the casino, where this exclusive supernatural auction was set to take place. They spoke with Stephen and Celine Lethe, and after a huge misunderstanding, not much progress had been made, except that Evelyn was granted a sneak preview. Stephen led her back to the showroom, and in this room, there were a couple of really interesting people. Rui, Samael, and Kara. Now for our song. I'd gladly lose me to find you. I'd gladly give up all I had. To find you, I'd suffer anything and be glad. I'd pay any price just to get you. I'd work all my life, and I will. To win you, I'd stand naked, stoned, and stabbed. I'd call that a bargain. The best I ever had. So, auction time. So, Evelyn, you have just entered this room. One of the walls is pretty much all windows with the curtains drawn, obviously, as we are on Twilight time. The day before Mardi Gras proper. The day before Carnival. There are a couple of very nice folding chairs set out. Not a lot of people in the room as of yet. Like Steven said, we still have a little while before the auction begins properly. The first person to kind of notice you, you see some glances from, I think Kara's eyes probably pass over you, but I don't know that you've actually met Rui seems to kind of recognize you from the bespoke shop where you all got your fancy new outfits, your duds. But of course there's Samael, who, when he sees you, his face immediately breaks into a smile and he heads right to you.
She's on this guy's arm, and inside she's probably screaming but she's trying to keep that face as Samael approaches. It's almost like she's trying to match his more than anything. But she does smile at him.
Steven immediately kind of slicks back his hair, straightens up. He was very relaxed before, not so much now. You notice this, I think, being so close to him. He definitely seems like the kind of guy who usually keeps it cool, but there are a lot of powerful players in this room, and it might be smart to be on edge. I don't know. It's not advice for anyone in particular. But Samael smiles. As I've said, you return that smile. Miss Romera, pleasure to see you again so soon.
Sammy, it's been so long.
Oh, is that the kind of... I'm sorry, I did not know we were on that kind of basis, but I am pleased. So I can call you Evelyn then.
Of course.
Steven. Steven's... Yes. Nods a little.
He's like, Steven, this is my friend Sammy.
Your friends, that's great. Do you work for... No, okay, I'm getting no's. And then Samael chuckles a bit and says, no, Evelyn here works for, what would you call them? Distant family member. I guess we go with that.
And she just nods, sort of letting Sammy almost do the talking just to see where he takes this rather than make any rash moves. But she will sort of hold, sort of squeeze Steven's arm a little bit in the way it's almost like trying to generate confidence for him to be like, you've got this. She's not necessarily concerned about him, but at the moment, this is her only ally.
Totally.
In the room. Sure. So she's trying to give him at least, she's like, come on, Steven, do something.
Yeah. Samael asks, so what brings you here, Evelyn?
I love this sort of thing. I love looking around and you know how I like nice things. What about you?
I got the feeling that maybe your employer might show up.
Really? Why'd you think that?
Oh, she also likes this kind of thing, and between you and me, and he kind of leans down a bit. I don't know if Steven's in the middle of you, but God, I hope so.
If he's not, she'll pull him closer that he is.
Between you and me, like obviously ignoring Steven, there's something here I thought might have tempted her, so to speak.
And she looks about the room and is like, what?
Is Evelyn trying to... What's Evelyn trying to do here?
I think Evelyn's trying to sort of have a bit of a glance around to see anything. She's not really looking, but she wants to glance and see if she can spy it. But otherwise, she doesn't necessarily want him to realize how much she wants to be here.
Yeah. As you ask that, he kind of follows your glance, like your casual glance, to a couple of tables. There aren't a lot of items, but they are all in kind of hefty looking cases, transparent in some parts, and then with like metal banding. Like nothing has been left out to touch, which makes sense. If depending on what's real and what's not, better safe than sorry, basically. But a couple of things you can see. One looks like it's got a small handheld mirror. There's one with what looks like a vintage pocket watch. There's one that looks like kind of what are they called? They're necklaces, but the pendant or whatever is more like a vial. They have a specific name, but you know what I'm talking about. Those are the three like easiest to see. They're also among the smaller things. But to see anything else, you'd probably have to get a closer look.
Yeah, she sort of just casts her eyes around, and she will turn back to Samael and just look if his eyes land anywhere. but is it just
That's
more to see if
interesting.
he's particularly looking somewhere to see if I'm looking somewhere.
I think this might constitute a figure someone out.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. I think that would be useful here. That's under mind. And he is in your faction. So you're going to get an extra question. And let's see.
I partially succeed on that
Great.
one.
On a hit, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, they hold 1 on you as well. But you get 3 questions because he's in your faction. So you can ask 3 questions from that list, and you can kind of finagle it to like get more of the information you actually want. Ooh, 10 retweets. Yay! Faction advancements in this
Hang on.
powder keg of a room.
Where are the questions? Sorry.
They're under
Really?
the basic move sheet.
Yep. Hang on.
Left-hand side, 4th
there
down.
it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I already have it open. Look. Okay. Sorry, where did you say they're on the page?
Left-hand column, 4th down. Figure
Oh,
someone
left.
out.
Yeah, left. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First one is what does your character worry might happen? Does that mean him? What is he worrying
Yeah.
about? Yeah.
He's worried that he's not a man who worries much. But I think there is just like a light sheen of sweat near his forehead that you notice as you both glance that way. It is very hidden under, his facade. But he is worried that Belle will get what she needs from here. He's worried that she's gonna get what she needs, and obviously what it is, he's genuinely concerned about her having it. Which means that it's probably something that could actually kind of restore her. Maybe if not in reputation, physically, you'd guess.
Okay. I'm also going to ask, what is the character hoping to get from, but I'm saying this whole situation, are they here for the item? Are they here to get it for some other, like use it themselves, or is it just a matter of stopping Belle?
It seems to be more about, this is the kind of thing that he seems most interested in stopping Belle.
Okay.
Like he's not particularly into anything else that's here. Some of this stuff is interesting, but it's like, unless you need it for a specific reason, like the stuff here is not like something you just want laying around.
Okay. And it also says, what's your character's beef with? And I'm going to say, me.
You.
What is this problem with me, if it is a problem?
He is positive that you're fucking lying to him. And he's so positive, but he also is the type of person who thinks you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. But, he's getting close to his limit, even if he doesn't show it.
Okay. She's just feeling a bit happier that she can see he's getting to his limit more than anything else.
This question for you. How could he get you to betray Belle?
He could get me out of her debt with no other debt on me.
How many debts does Belle have on you? 3?
I believe it's 3. Hang on, I did write this down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it's 3.
yeah. So essentially he could buy you out, or buy Belle out rather.
Hmm. Okay. Probably
Okay.
gonna think about that.
Yeah, so all of that happens kind of over the course of this casual glance
Poor Stephen.
toward the Stephen. I think at this point you also see and hear Camellia, who is the kind of de facto eldest of the triplets. She is the one who kind of runs the back end of everything, the financial, like the business side, the financial side. But she's also the actual like strong one. Like Selena is very physically capable and runs like security. Stephen is like the face, but not the face with people like who are in this room. Camellia is the face with people who are in this room because she knows how to act around them. And you can see her kind of moving through like the people, kind of handing out a list. Some people have iPads and she's basically like airdropping them, and some people want physical copies. You notice Kara, having seen her only very briefly, but she looks anxious. And she is talking to Rui, who looks very, very calm. Rui, it doesn't seem like Rui has made herself known as the kind of person in charge. She's more taking like this observational role, even though, I mean, Nike knows, and therefore you all know that she's in charge. But she's currently talking to Kara, and they are kind of away from everything. And this is, I think, striking because the others have had more experience with Kara, but just from what you've heard about her, she looks anxious, she looks nervous, she's fidgeting a bit, and you're not sure why. It's obviously something to do with whatever this conversation is.
So she looks physically nervous, sort of there. Okay. She sort of looks to Stephen for a moment and looks to Samael and says, just excuse me a moment, I'm gonna have a quick browse. And she's slowly going to approach Kara. Because I know the name, right? Don't I? I know the name. I know who this... Yeah. She's going to approach, not to interrupt, but she's going to stand at the side and make it obvious that she's waiting.
To speak with Kara?
To speak with Kara.
Okay. I think you hear maybe the tail end of this conversation. And it's Rui saying, I'd be happy to let you have it, but you have to hold up your end first.
Okay. And at that, she'll sort of step forward, sort of looking and go, oh, hello. As she sort of almost enters the conversation very cheerily.
Are you with Stephen at this point, or
no? She left Stephen with Samael. She thought they'd keep each other occupied.
I'm sure. Both of them kind of turn to you. I think Rui might, like, she can place your face.
I was in the shop, but I didn't buy anything with them.
Yeah.
because my dress came from home.
Yeah,
I believe.
but after yes, it did. But after a moment, she says, "Oh, are you one of what was his name? Nike's friends?"
Nike. She sort of pauses for a moment. It's like, I wouldn't really call it friends. Sorry, my name is Miss Romero. Nice to meet you. And she'll hold out a hand.
Yeah, Rui will take it and say, "Rui, it's you."
It is wonderful to meet you. And you are?
This whole time while you've had this exchange with Rui, Kara has been like clenching her jaw, like, and not really taking her eyes off Rui, but at this she kind of turns to you and then puts on a very fake but no less dazzling smile. "Hi, Kara McKnight."
Nice to meet you. Well, if we're doing first names, my name is Evelyn, if you prefer to call me by that.
"Sure." Rui says, "How'd you hear about our little get-together, Evelyn?"
Well, you see, I think, like most of the people in this room, I think we all like, the finer things in life. And then I met Stephen, and he's a delight. So he offered to show me around before the auction actually took place. Very kind of him. Do you know Stephen too?
"Yes, I know Stephen. But I swear I've seen you somewhere else."
Oh, where?
There's like a pause with Rui. She doesn't take her eyes from yours. It's just very basically still waters run deep kind of thing. And after this moment, she says, "Do you like tea, Evelyn?"
I love tea.
"I thought you might. There's a lovely
coffee
place
better,
on.
but
What's your favorite tea shop in the city?"
I don't know. I like mix and matching it. Like to, go to different places, see what other places are like. Where do you go? Do you like tea?
"I order all my tea from the Basic Witch on Magazine. Have you been?"
Then we have a place in common.
"I thought you looked familiar."
I just pop in every now and then. Are you a regular?
Kara is like just like so close to rolling her eyes. "No, I don't drink tea."
That's a shame. They've got some good stuff over at that tea shop.
She huffs a little. It's like so strange. And Rui does not acknowledge it at all. Kara just goes and sits and pouts a little. God, I love her. Oh, I love her so much. You still my heart. Okay. Yes, but she goes and sits and pouts. Rui.
I think Evelyn looks at her and is like, "Did I upset her?"
No, she's had a rough time recently.
Oh, that's awful. Maybe I should go and apologize.
If you like.
I would. It was nice meeting you. Rui, did you say? A delight. And she smiles and walks over towards Kara.
Yeah. She's like on her phone. She's texting.
she does that thing where like Evelyn sort of stands in front of her, just
Yeah.
like until she's noticed she won't interrupt.
She looks up. What?
I came to apologize. I feel I offended you.
Who even are you?
Well, as I said, my name is Evelyn, or Miss Romero, if that is what you would prefer. You looked a bit tense earlier, so I thought I'd come and relieve you of your conversation.
Do you want something? Do I know you? Have I pissed you off? Did I kill someone you love? Like, just, can you tell me now so I don't have to guess?
Kill someone I loved? And she sort of looks, she's like, no, I'm here for the auction. Why? What are you here for?
The auction.
Right. Gosh. And she sort of looks at you and is, maybe I should leave you to it then.
Maybe you should.
Well, it was lovely meeting you. But my friend Stephen over there is looking a little bit awkward with my friend Sammy. I hope you can relieve your stress a little bit soon. And she'll sort of turn and walk back towards Stephen. She's genuinely trying to make it look almost like a woman that cares, and thought that she looked
Right.
like in an awkward conversation, but she's just not very good at it.
I think just like during that conversation, it was almost like you could feel heat coming off of her. Not almost like you could feel it.
And so when she's there, is there anything I can use to try and work out exactly what she is? Because Alice has inclinations, but Evelyn only has a little bit, because she didn't see she couldn't focus on her in the face in the bar, because they never actually came into contact.
I would take either, I let you roll put a face to a name with a different faction than I've previously had people roll, or I would take let it out.
I actually think she's going to do put a face to a name, because she's trying to do it in a very almost calm sort of manner. So
I want you to roll with wild.
With wild, okay.
Yeah.
Another 7.
Okay. So put a face to a name. On a hit, you know their reputation. The GM will tell you what most people know about them. Do you have any? Okay. I will tell you, this may give you a clue, but it's not going to give you exactly, like, in, all of it, because it's what most people know about them. You remember hearing something from a couple months back, like the tail end of last year, about an incident in the warehouse district where the entire inside of it was set on fire, and the vampire who was inside of it was unaffected. Lots of other vampires died that day, but there was one who seemed completely immune to this. And that was Kara. That was Kara McKnight.
Yeah, I think her eyes probably linger on Kara just for a little bit as she's sort of taking it in. but she will move on.
Yeah.
Very quickly hook her arms like, Stephen! Sort of like, is Samael still there?
It looks like he's answering a phone call. But Stephen kind of, again, like, smoothes his hair back. Yeah. Did you have a good look at some of our items?
I only managed to have a quick peruse. I thought I'd say hello to everyone else here as well. There's some really lovely people in this room, but I really like it. Well, yes, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
And
Seems
she
keenly aware that some of them have very sensitive hearing.
Yeah, and she sort of squeezes his arm a little bit and is like, but I'd really like you to show me around properly. It's obvious you have an eye for these sort of things.
Sure. I think Selena's about to open the door, so yeah, let's go. We'll go take a quick look away from all these lovely people.
And she does that awkward like shrug that's like which she's dying inside. But she does it.
Yeah. Let's hop outside of the auction room back to the main floor. Nike, Jose Juan, and Briggs, what have y'all been up to? Evelyn's been gone maybe 15 minutes.
Well, we're all three sitting together, right? So
yeah, it's like at the bar, just lonely drinking.
You know, yeah.
So I would say like, I would say after a while of enjoying his drink, Briggs is like realizes that he's in a casino, but like he also knows that he's also thinking about this crazy vampire lady that's somewhere in this hotel that he's eventually gonna come face to face with, and she may not recognize him at first, maybe because of how he looks right now and how he's dressed mostly, but he's pretty certain that if they lock eyes, she's gonna know who he is, you know, because like he knows if her eyes are unmistakable. He's never seen anybody that looks like her.
Yeah,
I would say Briggs like is like, he's not like obsessed with it or like with her or anything, but he has been thinking about like, that's the closest he's come to, he knows that's the closest he's come to dying in a long time, being in front of her. So like that's all he could think about, you know.
Yeah.
And he also is thinking about what Evelyn told him about Jose Juan. He's also thinking about those twins that are roaming around somewhere.
Yeah, they're running around.
So obviously Briggs has had a few already.
Yeah.
You know. So he leans over to Nike. So, what's the plan?
Honestly, I was kind of hoping I'd come up with one by now.
Well,
but go in, mess up everyone's plans, light a fuse, and run.
Isn't that what we tried last time? It didn't work out too well for you.
It worked out fine. I'm not dead. Well, anymore.
Me neither.
Yeah, see, Jose Juan is fine. Nike says, completely deadpan.
So what I want to know, Jose Juan, if you're not working for your boss anymore, what are you really doing here?
Oh, I'm here because of Nicolas. He saved my neck, you know. And you know, Jose Juan is like really enjoying this, like really enjoying it. It's like he has like the 5 compadres, all of them are drinking. Eduardo is there, Colton is there, so it's like a brotherhood, all of them. It's all like good
the
hombres.
moment of like
Eduardo?
every Jackass movies
Wait.
right before it goes horribly wrong.
You guys.
Yeah.
Eduardo and Colton have been like talking, like
low
voices over here.
That's adorable.
I know, right?
They're probably ignoring us, like being
pretty much.
weird. On like not talking to each other, like we're drinking in silence. Like they're probably like chatting it up, and we're just like drinking there, looking at each other, like just thinking, like
perfect. No, like
then finally say something.
My God, I ship it.
Yes, I'm here because of Nicolas. He saved my neck. I'm here to help him.
Well, Just want y'all to know, I stopped by the tea shop again, and it looked like someone had been there. I think you know who. And, well, Una's gone.
We know who.
No. It's obviously Kara. And her people.
That wasn't obvious at all, but all right. There's like 7 people it could have been. Briggs.
Well, you didn't see what I saw.
Right,
Wait.
that's why it wasn't obvious. Anyway. Okay, so Uma's gone. Kara stopped by the tea shop doing what?
Well, you remember what the hell was in the back alley of that place? Remember that? He puts his hands up like, you know, that shimmering stuff.
I mean, vaguely. I didn't really get a good look at it. So.
Well, you know the names of these kind of things. I don't really know.
Yeah, like I said, Briggs, it's not that I don't trust you. I just didn't see it.
Hey, I'm not that old, all right? All right. Damn. Anyway, well, I got my face a little bit closer up to that shimmer, if you know what I mean. And I think I saw something. And I'm not sure what it was, but Una was there. And I know she's alive. And I know that Kara knows where she is. And she could probably take us right to her. If we play our cards right.
Okay.
So we need to get an opening with Kara. At like bare minimum, that's like step 1.
I'm afraid I can't get any more help from the guild right now. They're pretty much going a little crazy over there over the whole situation. Ain't gonna lie. We're kind of alone here, y'all.
Well, Senor Briggs, what would a hunter like you would do? What's in the books?
Well, if you remember back at the bar, that was pretty much my whole book. So, and I shot her right in the face. I don't think I've ever shot anyone in the face. And then they look maybe even prettier coming out the other side.
Okay, so not shooting in her face. Maybe talking?
Well, maybe we could try to talk to her, but obviously, maybe Evelyn can do it.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Well,
she's very educated
well,
and very well with the words, but
if I know anything about what happened, Briggs probably shot her and I threw a flashbang in her face and you walked out with her chew toy. So probably it shouldn't be any of the 3 of us.
yeah, I think not. And he looks over at Eduardo and and then them chatting. And I don't think that they're going to be much help with that either right now.
Leave them alone. They're
Bolton lets out like tries to stifle it, but obviously Eduardo said something to make him genuinely laugh, and they're super cute.
Yay!
Ah!
Just like giggling over there and clinking glasses and stuff.
The minute, so provided this isn't a death flag for both of them, Nike is giving Colton the option to retire after this, because that's adorable. So, I have a question. Well,
Sure.
Okay, I have 2 questions. One of which is interesting, and one of which I never thought I would ever ask, ever. So the first one is, so Nike's got a bag, and the bag has an agenda. It's not mine.
Wait, the bag has an agenda, or you have an agenda with the bag, or the bag actually contains an
No, the
agenda?
bag. So the way it's written is the bag itself has an agenda. When you find yourself in a desperate situation, reach into your bag for help. The GM tells you what it is. So I have no control over this, but I have a question and a suggestion.
Cool.
So Nike knows that Nike knows that Kara wants something from the auction, whatever.
Yes.
Nike also knows that Ruiz is in charge of whatever that is.
Yep.
Nike also knows that Nike has a very huge suspicion that Rui isn't the person that he thinks she is because reasons.
Sure.
So I have a question. Or I will throw this out as an offer, and whether or not it happens, it happens. If not, I will change it just for it. But Nike is very much hoping that at some point in the next 10 minutes or so, when he reaches into his bag, because this is a desperate situation to him, there's a powder keg in an auction.
Yeah.
He's hoping he'll get one of the artifacts that he blends and sells to Steven because he has a plan. And do with that what you will.
Can you say that one more time for me?
Nike sells things that alter memories and manipulate minds. Nike would like really much bag, thank you very much, to have that. Second question.
Have one of those.
Have one of those. Second question.
Sure.
Does getting murdered in close quarters in a town car count as an intimate moment?
They definitely weren't social distancing.
Definitely not,
No.
for sure.
Ah. We've got the setup for an intimate moment, I think.
Cool.
Okay, so when you go in there,
She hasn't seen him since the thing,
Right,
so I'm
right.
okay, awesome.
let's see how it plays out
Sweet,
when the
I'm
two of you
so
meet.
down with
and
that.
I'm super down. I'm super down with that.
Excellent. Cool. I am
Okay.
out of questions. Out of character questions are over.
Okay, so I think Briggs kind of looks at Nike and he's like, "You're getting that look. You're doing that look. That look on your face. You know what you know the one."
Well, we need a moment. We need the jump on Kara somehow, and I don't know about you, and I think you figure this out probably as you would know. Physical jump ain't gonna work, but if we can knock her off her game just enough. Maybe we can create that kind of opening we need.
Now, how are we gonna get close?
Well, either. So I don't know if it's going to work. So I'm gonna try it when we walk in the door. So keep an eye.
Wait,
But I don't think
we're gonna go in there. We're
Don't
just
get-
gonna walk in there.
Are you gonna leave Evelyn to just deal with that powder keg on her
No.
own? Because that seems
No.
wrong. Like I'm not much of a gentleman, and that seems wrong.
All right.
And she's taking too much time.
Well, Jose
I'm
Juan.
starting to get worried about her.
Jose Juan, you're gonna stay close to me no matter what. All right.
Si, señor Briggs.
Just
All
I
right.
have a hunch. I think if I'm right, based on some things I found out prior to my untimely demise part 1, Kara might come approach me. Fingers crossed.
Question.
Mhm.
Was I allowed my phone in there?
Yeah,
Okay, just because of some people. don't.
totally.
I think she sort of, while she's talking to Steven, she's also messaging our WhatsApp group at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
And she literally just does heads up, lists the names, and then at the bottom says, "Don't look at me." If it says to come in, because she doesn't want Rui knowing
Yep.
that Nike knows her or anyone recognizes them.
Cool.
And she sends it and then puts it away.
At this point outside, a
Quick
couple
note,
things oh yeah,
Quick, no, sorry. The
Yeah.
auction hasn't actually started yet.
Not yet.
right?
correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. At this point outside, a couple things happen. At Nike, there's a kind of chime sent over the sound system that
Yep.
signals the start of the auction without like more publicly announcing it,
Yep.
so people can go in now. People in the know, basically.
Sure.
And also Briggs, I think you and Jose Juan are going to be the ones who notice this. A couple of jackpots, like the coin machines, a couple of the jackpots go off at the same time,
Yes.
and you like way too many, and you see the Corys like
Oh yeah.
Dude.
they don't have anything in their hands, but they're kind of like tittering and talking to each other, and they come up to you. Hi,
Well, y'all having fun now?
we've made so many new friends.
Really now?
People
What?
really like those coins.
Well, how many coins do you got? Did you get
Oh no, they got the coins. We got their names.
you? So you didn't.
Nike was like, did you adopt them or did they adopt you?
Well, it's all right. How would you like to go to an auction? You ever been to one of those before? Corey?
Auction.
Yeah.
Like where they sell people's. They look at each other.
Stuff.
Things. Things. Where they sell people's things.
Yeah, that's right. I heard there's gonna be some real awesome items there tonight. You wanna join me? As friends.
Sure.
All right. Well,
So
hey.
I don't get it. Who is Cory?
Oh,
Both of them.
We're
4,900.
Corey.
Corey. This is Jose Juan
Oh, hola. Hello.
and Nicholas.
Big smile.
You can call him Nike.
Yeah. Nike, if you want to put a face to a name with wild, you may.
Yeah, I would. Well, I'm probably gonna fail, but we can try. Because I do not have much wild at all.
Mm.
Ding. Yeah, not even remotely.
Okay. Okay, they're Fae. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
-1. Well,
Like, if Briggs is like, this is Nicholas, Nike's gonna be like, I was like, that's enough. That is far enough down the name. Thank you very much. We're good. And then Nike says, well, auction's opening up. I'm gonna go make a scene. And Nike just takes the drink, slams the rest of it, thunk, and then just meanders in the direction of the auction.
We'll catch up to you. He just says that as you walk away.
Don't make it too long, and then whoosh.
All right.
Senor Briggs, are you sure about this?
It's gonna be all right. Just stay close to me. I don't. We're not gonna get too close. If you see anybody you recognize, don't make eye contact. You understand me?
Si, senor.
If you see her, and she looks right at you, do not look at her. Look away, Jose Juan. You understand me?
She's so beautiful. I mean,
I know.
God.
I know.
Okay,
All
okay.
right, I know. You
I'll
gotta
try
be
to contain
strong.
myself, Senor Briggs. Yes, Senor Briggs.
Gotta be
Yes.
strong. All right.
Strong hombre, yes.
All right. Well, let's go to an auction. I think
Yep.
he
This is
pounds the
gonna
rest
end
of
in
his drink.
flames.
And he goes, unless y'all were thirsty, he says to the Corys.
No.
All right. Well, follow me. And I guess he follows, not to where he's a room away from Nike. He doesn't-
Okay.
It's he sees
Yeah.
Nike in the distance,
Yeah.
and they're meandering over. And of course, he invites the Corys to stand by him. He's like, "So, y'all having a good time tonight?"
Yes, we're meeting so many people.
Well, who'd you meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it's hard to say because they don't have names anymore because we have their names. Just friends.
You have their names?
Yes.
Like you wrote them down or something, or
No, they're ours. They don't have names anymore.
I wouldn't think about it too hard, Jose Juan.
I look back and forth to Senor Briggs. He's like,
He's just he looks over. Jose is just like, okay.
okay. It really sounds like fun. Yes.
It is. It is fun to be us.
Okay.
I will say I feel like my luck has been getting better since I met you, Corys. Maybe y'all would join me at the card table later on. Does that sound like fun?
Sure.
We'll make some real money.
If that's what you want.
Hey, if y'all, I'm here for y'all too. Hey, y'all my friends, okay? All right, let's go to this auction.
Okay. So, with your kind of staggered entrance, a couple other people joined.
Right.
Nobody that is immediately recognizable. Maybe to Nike, but yeah, people start to take seats, and I want to kind of go back on something I said.
Okay.
I think that absolutely counts as an intimacy move. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course it does. So why don't you read your intimacy move out loud?
I will. So, my instant move. When you share a moment of intimacy, physical, emotional, or murderous, with another person, they get a debt on you, and you have what they desire. Ask them to name an item they have been seeking, and this item has recently turned up in your network.
So, yeah. So,
Very nice move.
they have a debt on you.
Yep.
So you owe Kara one.
I owe Kara one
for
which
when
is
she killed you.
hysterical.
And
Which
you
I have a reason
what
for
they
now.
desire.
Sorry,
It's kind
slight
of-
thing. Come back to me. I'm having a biological problem currently.
Go. That's good to know, though, because we shall see how that unfolds very soon. Briggs, when you and the Corys and Jose Juan comes in, I think Eduardo and Colton are staying the fuck out because they're not stupid. Not that you are. They're just, they're NPCs. Leave them alone. They have less HP. You see what was described before, I think. The only person who doesn't know Rui is Briggs. So Briggs, if you want to put a face to a name with Wild, go ahead.
Let's see with Wild.
And Jose Juan takes like literally what Senor Briggs asks of him. He's like looking down. He's not looking around. He's like looking into the floor.
I got a good one.
Yeah, this is interesting. Nice. On a hit, you know the reputation. The GM will tell you what most people know about them. On a 10+, you've dealt with them before somehow. You learned something interesting and useful about them, or they owe you a debt.
How old is Rui?
Rui appears to be in their, like, the same age as Nike, so like early 30s.
Okay, I'll ask a better question. How long have they lived in the city?
Rui was... I think Rui was born here.
Okay, so a long time.
Yeah, but went to school out of state, basically.
Okay.
Not that Briggs would know that, but yes.
Okay. All right, then. So I've dealt with them before.
So you either know something useful and interesting about them. I can tell you you've dealt with them before, like in this series.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Or you can have a debt on them.
I think I can't think of why I would have a debt.
Yeah.
Because like that doesn't really make any sense in context. So I just know something interesting is fine.
Okay. So the place we've dealt with them before was behind the alley of the Basic Witch Tea Shop. They were the entity that bitch slapped you.
So that energy, I can kind of like tell, or just like, okay.
That's not a mortal woman. That's
Obviously
something else. That's something old. That's what was watching you from the other side of the veil.
Okay, so she's gonna recognize me even if I look like this. Okay, so we'll recognize Briggs, sorry. I'd say, how many people are in the auction room? Is it fairly crowded,
I want to say
we're getting close, right?
Yeah, I want to say it's like 30 total. That includes like the named NPCs I've already given and the people running it and security.
I think like Briggs is gonna take a nice he's gonna be like kind of like pull everyone like over to like a certain area where we can all sit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You and the Corys and Jose Juan.
Yeah. We're trying to look inconspicuous, like maybe sitting behind some people that are already seating. You know?
Yeah.
Trying to blend in with the people already seated.
Yeah, you can spot Kara, but she's like on her phone.
Oh my god. Okay. if Briggs spotted Kara, he's definitely like, okay, let's like he pulls because he's wearing that like kind of like regular fedora like tonight.
Yeah.
Like it goes with his suit, the same color.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got a leather band on it, like a nice brown leather. Anyway.
And
so
also just saying, as far as I remember, the Corys, they have like very psychedelic hair, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
One's turquoise, one's like violet.
Okay.
So Briggs knows he's gonna stand out pretty much, like sit next to them. So he's just kind of he's gonna strike like a kind of a sit, like he looks like he wants to be someone in actual auction. Like he's gonna try to get something so he's looking important. But he kind of has his cap pulled down, like he's trying to
Yeah,
concentrate, you know. But he
Cool.
kind of searching around the room, like super like fish out of water, a giant old man, like in this room full of probably younger looking people than him for sure. He's
Yeah.
probably the oldest looking person in the room.
Yeah.
I'm
checks.
picturing Mr. Briggs like this, the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, like kind of just trying to like look. He's got his like he's maybe got his ring in his hand. And he's kind of kind of messing with it or something.
Yeah.
And he's just looking around, and just does he see anybody else like he may not know or like looks important or you know?
There's a guy in a fantastic suit who appears to be on a phone call. He looks super happy. I'd let you put another face to a name with Wild, because I don't think you've met him before.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Or rather interactive. Okay, so you know what most people know about him. That's an archdevil. That's a demon. And what most people know about him, he runs a basically, as opposed to Belle, which is Evelyn's patron. You know Samael because Samael is like a drug overlord, basically.
But he's basically immortal too, right?
You know,
For the most part, like I couldn't kill him, or Briggs couldn't kill him.
I mean, you could kill him for a little while. You could try. You've got holy shit. You know?
not with him right now.
You could mildly inconvenience him.
You could.
So, so I definitely think like Briggs feels pretty naked with only just one gun in his. Well, he has his knife too. He always
Yeah.
has his knife, no matter what.
Yeah.
Can't take his knife off him. Can't. But he feels pretty naked with only one gun underneath his little coat.
Yeah.
And then, so he's just gonna be like, he is trying to like look like keep it cool, but there's nothing he could do. He's not gonna get up and try to talk to any of these people because like the curtain's gonna fall as soon as he starts talking like to these people, and they're all gonna know who he is, or like no, he doesn't belong there. So he's just gonna kind of keep it cool, and he looks over Jose Juan. Hey, just keep it cool.
You know, Briggs, roll. Why don't you roll a keep your cool?
Sounds good.
Roll
Cool.
to not
Like-
be a hypocrite.
Keep it cool.
Okay, let's
Kid,
see.
keep it cool.
Thunder Superior,
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Awesome. Briggs keeps it fucking cool. All is well.
That's my
As
mentor.
cold as ice.
Yeah. I mean, Briggs is surprisingly like he's chill, man.
Chill, even though he
Yeah,
can't
you-
smoke. He obviously can't smoke in here.
Right.
So.
I mean, you could. Nobody's gonna stop you.
Oh, really? You think like?
Yeah.
Do you think he knows that though?
No, that's true.
You know, the time of day is he wouldn't just rudely pull out a cigarette in someone's place of
Yeah.
business. Anyway, He's like,
So Nike. So John, let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk.
I have described the item that Kara's after already.
Okay.
So how can we make it so that it's in your network?
So there are two things we could do.
Yeah.
One, one it's in the auction, and I know which one it is, and I have, and I guess for some reason I might have like a heads up on it
Yeah.
in a way that most like because you know, or maybe it's something that I loaned to, like I found for Steven later, and
Yeah.
maybe didn't recognize it. The second thing, which countermanding the thing I said earlier, which could be hysterical, is it's in my bag. I will, like, those are the two options I can see. I'm happy to
Yeah.
go with either or.
Would you feel Briggs, you told them about what Kara's looking for, right? That the twins told you? That the Coreys told you about? How she's looking
Well-
for Grace?
yeah, but I don't think Briggs really like. He thinks they're serious when they say something like that, but
Yeah.
he has no idea what the hell they're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
You know, so he's not just gonna be like, "Hey, she's looking for the," because Nike's gonna be like, "What?"
Right. Okay.
Or Nike.
They
I
told
feel
you
like
that?
Briggs will say things, and then Nike will be like, right, because like Briggs does like it's just like they said this thing. I don't know what the heck
Yeah.
that is, and Nike's gonna be like, I'm sure you don't. What the heck is that?
So,
like gears turning.
Briggs is trying to figure out what they were talking about before he
Yeah.
tells anybody about that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh,
I think, how about this? How about how about this? How about you found it?
mhm.
You're the one who sourced it and like
Okay.
made the arrangement and got it here, and you took a component from it that
Okay.
makes it work, and that's what you have. That doesn't have to be the thing in your bag. You
Okay,
just
but like I
it.
have a thing for it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's super neat. I dig that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds like something Nike would do too.
Yeah, Nike was like, here's something that is complete garbage, but some collector would be interested. Why is it garbage? Because I have the key and I
Right.
didn't tell you.
Yep.
That seems
exactly.
that's a pretty Nike thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, because like for Nike, it's they bought this thing, it doesn't work. Wow, if only there was this key you could buy from me or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's convenient, isn't it?
Yeah. Does that work?
That's a super
That's
Nike thing. I dig that. Yeah,
awesome.
that's very good.
Cool. That sounds good to me. So at this point,
Yes.
a woman in kind of really well cut black dress, her brown hair pulled back. She has big brown eyes, and everybody here who knows the Lethys can tell this is the last sibling you've yet to meet, Camellia. She has a very small kind of smile that's resting on her lips, but there's just something about her where you're like, I wouldn't want to fuck with her.
Yep.
And she stands kind of in the front of everybody, clears her throat. Everyone sits down, with the exception of Rui, who's kind of off to the side, leaning up against a wall. And after everybody kind of settles, there are employees passing out kind of wands, like what you raise at an auction.
Sign things.
Yes, the
Yeah,
signs. with the
paddles.
numbers. Yeah, paddles. That's it.
We'll
Passing
get there
those
eventually.
out to everybody. And Camellia waits for that to end before she speaks. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Lethy Casino. Looks like we have a bigger crowd than usual. Welcome to all our first timers. We're going to begin here. All of these items are, of course, up for grabs, though I do caution everyone, as we have been told from our sources that some of these are a bit unstable. That's why they're all in the containers they are in. So unless there are any questions, we can begin. So the auction starts off. They take a couple things from the back table at first. There seem to be some kind of pieces of kind of small statues. There seem to be some like jewelry and things. They don't go into a lot of the details. A lot of the details are on the paper. And looking at these, like some of these, especially to like Jose Juan and Briggs, I think, sound insane. Like there's like the mirror is supposed to be a conjuring mirror, but it has a note at the bottom that says like unstable connection and like warnings under it about who it conjures. About, I'd say halfway through the items, there aren't a ton of items. there's kind of the door of the auction blows open and a woman walks in. She has dark skin and just really gorgeous, wavy, natural hair, big kind of hazel eyes. I want everybody to put a face to a name with power. Jesus. Okay, we got a partial success from Jose Juan. Okay, 2 misses. That's fine. I think that works. And
No idea.
I know who that is.
Yeah, you know who that is, and this makes perfect sense. Do you want to learn something interesting and useful, or do you want to have a debt on them? Either works for her.
I want to have a debt on them.
Okay, so write down that you have a debt for Marie. This is how would you like to be addressed? Queen of the Witches? That works. She is kind of also known as the guardian of the French Quarter, which is one of the big, like, a nexus of power in New Acadia, and she guards it. She banned the vampires through magical means a couple years ago, and it was respected until rather recently. There was some kind of chaotic thing that happened last year that kind of tossed up, like, who's gonna own the French Quarter, but she got it back because she's a bad bitch. She's been around forever. Yes, but she works with mortals quite often. Basically, her other title is Voodoo Queen of New Acadia. But when she comes in, Kara looks back, and there is something between them. Kara looks both angry and, like, instantly on edge. Like, you see her shoulders, like, through the back of her dress tense a bit. But Marie simply walks in and sits probably on the same side that Briggs, Jose Juan, and the Coreys are.
Okay.
She's just a striking woman, and there's definitely a sense of gravity and respect from even, like, people like Samael. The only one who, like, makes no real motion is probably Rui.
Does she have any kind of entourage with her? Like, even just one man, or
It doesn't
one
appear
woman,
so.
or just one person?
It doesn't appear so. When the door blew open, if you looked back, there were 2 women with her, kind of dressed in street clothes. But they appear to be waiting outside. Just, like, casual clothes, I mean.
This is, like, from the back of the room.
Of the-
essentially,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, the back
Okay.
of the room.
Nike sort of
you
turns
know.
to look, and when sees her, just sort of puts a hand up and then goes back to looking up the front.
Oh, she gives you a very warm smile. She's definitely a person, probably, whom you've done business with before.
For sure.
Can I try something?
Sure.
I know that Senor Briggs asked me not to look into people's eyes.
Yeah.
Oh no, here we go.
She's
Told you
so
not to look into
beautiful.
Kara's eyes if she looks at him.
But he didn't say anything about smelling people, and
Yeah,
I have
sure.
memorized Kara's scent.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, you did.
Now this might be a little bit tricky because she might be dead or not or whatever she is, but
Mhm.
can I smell fear in her, or is something
In
different?
Kara?
Mhm.
Kara, you, I think, being familiar with her scent, smells stress more than
Stressed.
anything.
Okay.
I mean, some of these people are, like, the top tier in the city, like the major players, and you get the sense that despite Kara's power, like her physical power, that maybe she's not in their echelon. Like maybe she's not, like she's right under that tier. Whereas like this woman who just walked in, the woman leaning against the wall, Samael, like they're scary people even to Kara.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just
There's
wanted to
obviously
confirm.
some beef between Marie and Kara, but they don't interact right now.
All right.
Oh, and just an interesting fact, the woman who just walked in, Marie, smells like roses.
Nice.
Yeah. The auction continues. Who shall we pick on first? Let's pick on Evelyn. So, the pendant, the kind of vial pendant, is next. I think these, I mean, they're kind of, as you've been listening, things that people are bidding on. Like these are crazy expensive items, like starting in the, I don't know, like 5,000s minimum. I guess it's not that expensive for an auction. But those were some of the kind of broken pieces of like statuettes and stuff. The jewelry steps up and this piece comes up. And as you're looking down at it, Evelyn, like at the information of it, and as Camelia's describing it, this seems to be like a, I want to make sure I get this right. This seems to be like a, almost like a reliquary that would like hold, not that it itself is like any kind of holy symbol, but like it holds something. And the information on this sheet definitely seems to be incomplete, because I think for the demons in the room, you and Samael, just reading about it and seeing it, I think you see it differently. I think you can see that something's inside it. I think you can see that there are souls inside it. And when it comes up, Samael, I think he's sitting like across the aisle from you. He looks over at you and he winks as he starts to bid for it. What do you do?
She sort of looks towards him and smiles back. She doesn't have money to bid on this. She'll probably drive him up a little bit anyway out of pettiness, because she really can't stand him. She's going to make him spend money, but she's going to clock that he's the one who, if he wins, he's buying it, and she's going to clock him for it, unless there's anyone else who buys it. Basically, she wants to know who wins.
Right. It doesn't seem like anybody else knows that it contains anything, because you do drive him up a bit, but it's more like the same price as some of the other jewelry, which you can tell isn't actually like cursed or like quirks or anything like that. It's just old and has been owned by interesting people. Like this is active.
Yeah, I think she's also doing that, like she's trying to make it look like she's trying to drive him up out of annoyance. She doesn't want him to think that she wants it.
Yeah. Interesting.
How far away from me is he?
He's just across the aisle. He's like a couple feet.
She'll probably just give him a smile then.
Yeah. Eventually, he takes it. It's obviously like put back because everything happens after the auction. The payment and the picking up of items.
I
But you
nudge
definitely-
to
yeah.
Senor Briggs, and I just say like, I didn't know Senorita Evelyn was so rich.
You never know in this town.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the truth.
And I think for Briggs, like, he thinks about it for a second. He's like, back in my day. Well, let's just say your pal Briggs, he's worth more than a lot more than he seems too. I used to have cigars and brandy with all the bigwigs of town.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I can picture you, Senor Briggs. I can picture you, yes.
Yeah.
A gentleman. Yes.
It kind of became a bit too much for me, in my age. So
Yes, of
I've
course,
calmed
yes.
down in my later years. Well,
Happens to
until-
everyone, yes.
Up until lately.
Yeah, I feel like some people in front of you were like, shh.
Anyway.
So, as we get toward the end of the auction, the
Quick note: were there any other interesting items that maybe caught Briggs's eye?
there are a couple of interesting weapons that look more like old, and some say they have certain properties about them. It's hard to tell if any of that's true or if it's bullshit.
I think while they bring out the items, people are auctioning. He's looking over at the Corys, like giving him a look, like, what do you think? Not without saying anything. Like, want that one? Like, how does that one look? Without saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. They just keep looking back at you and kind of like tilting their heads too.
He's kind of
they're just kind of copying your head movement.
he's trying to put it out there, like
Yeah.
hey, you see anything you like? You know what I mean? Is that interesting? He's trying to be friendly.
Yeah. They don't understand. They're like, what? Why would I want things? Things are stupid.
So, just kind of
awkward family.
still looking around, trying to keep an eye on everything going on.
Yeah.
I think he wants to find. He's not quite. I'm not quite sure if he's seen Nike where he's standing yet. So he's gonna pan around a little bit more.
Yeah, Nike, whereabouts are you?
Like Nike is probably somewhere off to the sides. I feel like if you helped contribute things to the auction, you don't take center stage, and Nike doesn't. But I think Nike is probably in front of Briggs, like somewhere near the middle of the room, but off to the left or the right. Whereas I think it sounded like Jose Juan, Briggs and the Corys were toward further near the back.
Yeah.
But is he by Kara?
I think so if we were setting this up, I think Kara is in the front row on the left-hand side, Rui is on the left-hand wall, Samael's on the left aisle, Marie is on the right aisle, y'all are on the right side back, and Nike's on the right wall. There we go. Nailed it. So definitely, if Kara were doing anything besides texting right now, she probably would have seen Nike.
So what about Evelyn? Does Briggs notice that she's got away from the what was it, the casino owner or the
Steven?
Steven, yeah.
Yeah.
Does Briggs see Evelyn anywhere? And is Steven still there? Or is she just right by Samael?
Oh yeah, she's right across the aisle from Samael.
Okay.
So they're splitting it. Steven is with Selena kind of near the front, kind of helping show off things.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I think Briggs is just kind of gonna wait for Nike to make a move. Just he's very observant at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Once everyone gets up, he's definitely gonna keep everyone arm's length. He's not really looking to go over and talk to anybody for sure. He's just trying to look like he's enjoying the auction, looking for items. Yeah. Just kind of
The last item that comes up for bid is the pocket watch, and this is the item, Nike, that you have a component of that you have not given over yet.
I feel like it's one of the hands.
Totally.
Yeah.
That makes sense. This is when Kara's phone goes down. There's bidding that starts. And it gets weird. There's some back and forth between a couple of people until really it's just Marie and Kara left. And it kind of looks like Marie got in on it once she saw that Kara was bidding. And it goes back and forth for a long time, but it's not, a couple of the things tossed out aren't money. It's like you hear protection comes up once from Marie. Nike probably recognizes the name of like a certain spell, I think.
Sure.
Like especially a warding spell. Kara tries to keep pace for a while, and eventually it's there's like the countdown, right? Like going once, going twice, and then Kara calls out, I offer the heart of a dragon. And everything stops. Like everybody is like Samael like looks up from whatever the fuck he's doing, like.
Real quick, what do I have to roll to get a heart of a dragon? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yep.
Camelia's gavel comes down.
Oh, can I interject a thing real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kara says like a heart of a dragon, everyone stops.
Uh-huh.
And then from the right wall, Nike says, I offer the hand that turns back time.
Everybody goes whoosh to you. And I think we're going to take a 5-minute break. Little
Sweet.
break, little bio, real quick. I'm not scrambling. Nobody's scrambling.
Everyone, quick, go over bio, drink, stretch,
Go,
and tell your
go.
friends you love them. We'll be back in a
Be
minute.
healthy,
Bye.
do the thing.
Woo!
See you in a second.
Go.
Oh no, Jimmy! Heckna's after us! What are we gonna do? Sword beats face! Ha! Looks like you really lost your edge, huh? Huh? God, I'm funny. So, I guess weapons don't... Weapons don't work! Hey, why aren't you laughing? Oh, I know! Let me hit you with the punchline! Wait! My animated spell cards! They can save us! Well, jeepers, Jane. Blast them! Avada Kedavra! Right in the funny bone. Bleh. I really don't like that guy. We did it! Yeah! Defeat your greatest foes with the most powerful spells. Animated spells are back, with level 6 to 9. Each spell card features 8 frames of looping animation that makes the spell come to life, and contains all the spell details on the back. And for the first time, you can divine with a fully animated tarot card deck. Will you read Fortune or Folly? Jane! Heckna's reforming! Not on my watch! Meteor swarm! Go to animatedspells.com and back the Kickstarter today.
Hi, everyone. So we are at an auction, a creepy auction, and the last item up for bid is a pocket watch that Kara, the vampire, seems to be trying to get. Marie, the voodoo queen, was bidding against her, but dropped off when Kara offered up the heart of a dragon. And then Nike, what did you call out?
I called it, I offered the hand that turns back time.
Okay. So everything has stopped. Kara looks over at you and, like, obviously recognizing you is confused. Like, she's really good at killing people. Like, really good at it. And she's very concerned. Rui kind of looks up for the first time, kind of interested in what's happening. Camellia, like, the little kind of pursed smile she always wears has dropped. And I think Rui walks forward to the center, kind of. Camellia, like, backs up out of the way. And Rui walks forward. Everyone, I think we will call the bidding portion of this auction concluded. Please only stay if you have an item to be picked up and a payment to be made. Thank you all so much. And she looks over at Nike and kind of, how does she do this? Beckons. She does the same to Kara, who gets up. I mean, Kara's eyes are kind of, I think they're kind of bloodshot, and so the green, like, comes out even more. Wait, where are my green eyes? Where's my baby? Where's my baby's green eyes? Do I not have them saved anymore? Okay, whatever. But they are very bright.
Yep.
My eyes are
Like,
green. It works.
like emerald, like glitter.
Yeah.
Nike at this point, like, takes his time getting off the wall because he's not in a rush. Kara clearly is.
Yeah.
Takes the moment to look at Briggs, look at Marie, kind of roll his eyes like, oh boy, here we go, and then walks up to the front.
Selena is opening the door and kind of helping to guide people out. Basically, if you don't have a reason to be there, the implication is bye.
Hey, Senor Briggs, what we do?
You're muted.
You're muted.
I think Briggs is, well, I guess better luck next time. And, like, he's kind of like, come on. And he, like, kind of gets up and is, like, kind of shuffling down the aisle, like very, very leisurely pace, looking over his shoulder, making sure, like,
Yeah.
like Nike is not about to get like freaking escorted away all quick by some men.
No, it doesn't look like that. Though Rui is playing it cool. I think Briggs would kind of pick up that Selena, Camellia, and Steven look pissed. They're starting to kind of put together because they know at least Camellia knows, like, what the item is and what Nike just said, like, so there might be trouble. It depends how it goes.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's gonna look like he's like Briggs is, like, trying to leave, but really he's, like, moving this slow. He's meandering.
Yeah.
Like, and kind of like talking to the Corys. So y'all have fun? You really didn't want none of that stuff? Man, it all looked kind of like stuffy old people stuff, didn't it? Nothing really that interesting. I mean, who wants a pocket watch? Would you pay a dragon's heart for a dang pocket watch?
It depends what the watch did.
Well, what could it do besides tell time?
It could turn it back, turn it forward.
You ever seen a watch like that?
I've heard of one.
Well, where'd you hear something like that?
Oh, just Kara was talking about it.
When was this?
Oh, a couple weeks ago.
So, what else did Kara say?
Well, what we told you, she's trying to find her Grace. We're trying to find Grace too.
Now, you said that before, and you didn't really... I'm not sure if I understood. Is Grace like Hail Mary full of grace, or is it like a Grace the person? Like a person you know?
They look at each other. Well, she's not a person anymore because she's dead.
Well, my condolences.
Oh, no. We want to kill her. But to do that, she would have to be here.
Well, if she's already dead, why would you want her more dead?
Because we didn't get to do it.
Excuse me for a second. Someone is testing on the alerts, and I use OBS. I use OBS as a webcam, and someone was testing the Scarathon
I
alerts.
heard it.
Yeah, it was really loud, wasn't it? Like it came through my headset. Like
Yeah, it did. Looks like they're working great.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
To be fair, great timing.
That scared the living shit out of me.
Briggs was going. No, wait.
Okay, I should probably mute that. Hold on. I'll just mute myself when I'm not talking. Anyway, but yeah. So he says, "Well, I don't understand." So
we didn't get to kill Grace. Gracie. Kara killed her.
Why'd you kill Grace? What she got against her?
Nothing. No.
Is Jose Juan paying attention to all this stuff we're talking about? He's probably like, what is going on?
Yeah, how's Jose Juan doing right now?
He's not being as subtle as Senor Briggs. He stood up and he's looking back and forth. If Senor Briggs is starting to walk, getting out of the conference room or whatever room we are on, Jose Juan will stay there, and he's trying to look at Nicholas and going back and forth, like he's trying to assess if he needs him or if he's in danger.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that.
I think Briggs definitely, like, I think in his head he's thinking, I think Nike will be fine for now.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't think anyone's. I think he kind of.
That's what we said the last time.
Yeah, but we were also in a bar full of people we didn't even know, in a neighborhood that was not necessarily like safe. But this is like a bunch of rich people. You know what I mean? I doubt anybody's gonna start a bunch of shit. They're gonna be like, oh, gross, blood. Ugh. Anyway.
Yep. Totally. That's the kind of. Yep.
Yeah, but So.
Yeah. So they kind of like talk to each other very quickly. In a language that seems more like tones than words. But when they turn back, Kara loved Grace. Kara killed Grace. Kara felt bad.
Okay. See, all that I understand. What I don't understand. Why does she want to bring her back? If she just wants to kill her.
Because she loves her.
But you said she just wants to kill her again, didn't you?
No.
Wait, who's gonna kill her?
We want to kill her. So we'll have a chance if we help Kara. They smile at you.
I'll tell you what. How would you feel if Kara got killed? Would you be sad?
No. I mean,
That's only hypothetical, of course. I was
Right.
just asking.
we'd feel indifferent.
Hmm.
Well, except if Kara dies, we probably won't get to kill Grace.
Hmm. What if I said I could help you meet Grace? Or at least try my darndest.
For the first time, the male Corey speaks.
Ooh.
How would you do that?
And I think Briggs is kind of taken aback because it's probably the first time
Yeah.
I've heard his voice.
Yeah.
Well, I have my friends, and I have my ways. Maybe my friends could be your friends too. I mean, after all, you Corey said you wanted to make friends, right?
They look at each other. And then the male Corey again says, "What's your offer?"
Oh, we were friends. You know, friends help friends. I'll tell you what, I got a friend. And I think she met Kara. Well, they met Kara. And I haven't seen that friend in a long time. Well, at least a few days. See, I was hoping that if I could help you meet Grace, you could help me meet them again. We'll help each other since we're friends.
All right. You go first.
Okay. Well, until then, let's have some fun, shall we? Y'all ever played blackjack?
They look at each other and something passes between them. I want to cut back inside real quick. Evelyn, as you maybe start to go, Samael kind of puts his hand on your elbow. Would you like to stay and see how all this shakes down?
And she looks at it. Are you staying?
Well, I do have an item to pick up.
That is true. It didn't look like it suited you. It doesn't go with your eyes.
I don't plan on wearing it, Evelyn.
Why? It's lovely.
He leans really close to you, and I mean, you're actually quite tiny, never mind.
I'm
He's
very
towering over you. He's towering over you, and he leans down, and I think he even takes his hand and puts his thumb to where it's resting on your chin. He says, "Don't fucking play dumb with me."
And she smiles back up at him.
Uh-huh.
You're learning. And she drops the smile. And she lets him leave his
Mhm.
hand there,
Yeah.
but will look very much in his eye line.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me then. Why do you want it? What's in it that's so important to you that you're scared that Belle might get it? Sammy. She's very small. She needs an attitude.
This is so good. It's so good. Fuck. Okay. He's taken aback, obviously, by the fucking backbone. And he puts his hand down and kind of cocks his head. And after a moment, he kind of nods. I want Belle gone.
Why?
Because she pisses me off.
She pisses a lot of people off, but not every person goes straight to an auction and spends all that money on a little vial of souls. You trying to buy her out? Or is it literally stopping her from getting them?
Either. I just want her gone. She, embarrassed all of us. And,
Embarrassed?
yes.
And she raises an eyebrow. How?
You really don't know.
No, I don't. I don't make it my business to know your business.
He reaches out a hand and kind of like brushes your hair back. She lost one of you. One of her tainted, one of her girls. They won their soul back. It shattered her. It embarrassed us. It's a problem.
Is it everybody's problem?
At that, he smiles. The others are willing to forgive. But I don't want her back.
And if she knows you have this vial?
I'll offer to give it to her, provided she enters into a contract stating that she will leave the city. Or I'll let her live in squalor with only you to provide her the occasional boost. If you help me, Evelyn, I'll set you free.
It doesn't normally work like that, though. Contracts and all. How would you break my contract and I'm not getting into one of yours?
I'd write it into the one that Belle and I would make.
And this is like the one thing Evelyn wants
Yeah.
out of everything. And she pauses for a moment, and that's that for a brief second she breaks the eye contact before looking back. Going to need some more information.
Certainly. You free for dinner?
Will you take me somewhere nice?
Evelyn. Of course.
And she smiles and she reaches up and puts her thumb on his chin so that he tips his head down towards her.
Yeah.
Then pick me up at 8. And she smiles and sort of just drops the hand and walks away.
Excellent. So, back up at the front of the auction, we've got Camellia, Steven, Selena, Rui, Kara, Nike. Steven's kind of like sitting in a chair just with his head in his hands.
Poor Steven.
Fucking Steven. And Camellia looks calm, but she is glaring fucking daggers at you, Nike.
That sounds right.
Selena's waiting to be told who to hurt.
That sounds like Selena. Yep.
Yeah, Rui is just kind of leaning up against the podium. And Kara, as she sees you and kind of has put everything together, she says, I don't know what the fuck you did to get back, but I will rip you limb from limb this time.
Well, it didn't take the first time, so you can try to expend a lot of effort. And
it won't be a lot of effort.
A little bit more effort. One arm was nice. That was cute. And then Nike turns to Rui and says, so, well?
Well. Again, she does this kind of long pause as it's not like she's zoning out, but just taking her time. And it's too long for Kara because Kara
is like impatient.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said I could have it. And Rui kind of looks up from where their gaze was. I know what I said. I said you could have it once you had held up your end. You weren't getting it today, Kara. Though I do quite like your bid. Which of your siblings' hearts are you going to carve out? And Kara doesn't say anything. She drops her gaze. And then Rui turns to Nike. Tisha. I couldn't place it when we met earlier.
And Nike, there's a beat, and Nike just goes, college, and doesn't say anything else.
She, for the first time, looks taken aback. And then she pulls out her phone and starts scrolling through it. And goes back for a long time. Kara hasn't looked up. Mm-hmm. The Lethies are just like, what the fuck is happening? Until Rui scrolls way back, and then finally stops. College. So, am I to understand, Nicholas, that you purposefully withheld something from this piece?
I wouldn't call it purposefully withholding. I offered exactly what I offered.
Mm. I do like to honor my bargains. So what do you want for it?
I'd like you to leave. And I'd like you to take the rent back to the person who was running that body.
Deal.
Excellent. Payment first. You know how this works. You can pick it up another day.
How about midnight?
Where?
The Basic Witch Tea Shop.
Did seem your vibe. Done. And considering the horrible and unfortunate coincidence that unfortunately of an appraisal that didn't quite meet standards, I'll be bringing my own to verify. Thank you.
Of course.
Wouldn't want another unfortunate accident to happen.
No. See you then.
Cheers! And like he turns around and walks back down the auction hall.
Stephen follows you out.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get kind of outside, you feel his arm grab your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he decks you.
Fair.
Yeah, it's not like the strongest punch.
But
There's
it's like,
emotion behind it, you know?
it's a feels punch.
Yeah, it's a feels
Yeah.
punch.
It's
What the fuck, man?
I would like to use the time to roll to figure him out while he's
Sure.
decking me in my glass jaw.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, is Briggs and
Oh,
Jose Juan in the room still to see all this?
oh
Yeah, they've like walked out of the door basically. So if y'all are in kind of the hallway leading to
Yeah.
the stairs, yeah, you see this.
Okay. All right, cool.
Maria's still there too, and she sees it, looks faintly amused. What questions would you like to ask?
I would like to know, what the Lethies were hoping to get from facilitating that, because like that wasn't an auction, that was a fixed sell in the guise of an auction, as far as I can I can tell. I'd like to know what the Lethies were hoping to get out of facilitating that, because that goes against everything that we know we've worked on.
Yeah.
I
think what you glean is that they didn't know it was fixed, and some of the stuff they just heard from Rui is like definitely news to them.
Okay.
But they all complied, but they didn't look happy about it.
Right. How could I put him in my debt?
How could you put Stephen in your debt? You could. You could get him a date with Evelyn. No, stop. I mean, he'd appreciate that.
Done. Sold. I have 2 debts. Let's go.
He'd appreciate that. You could, I mean, you could not rat him out to his sisters about the, memory wipes being on the fritz.
Ooh.
He's scared of his sisters. They're scary.
They are scary. That's
They're
super
awesome.
reasonable. And so Nike, I think, takes it and goes down like a gracefully dressed sack of bricks. And I think Steven probably realized that Nike has rolled with the punch to give him the satisfaction of knocking him down, and kind of like gets back up, nourishing his jaw.
Fuck.
Okay, fair. So I take it you didn't know.
No, I didn't fucking know. I didn't fucking know that you ripped us off either.
I didn't rip you off. I said, hey, here's a pocket watch. If you didn't do your due diligence, that's not my problem. You know that.
Fuck you, Nike. Fuck you.
Okay, look, fair. How about this? you don't punch me again, and do me a favor, because for one, all you know is I have saved your reputation from not participating in a fixed auction, which is the thing that you know we don't do. And like Nike leans heavily on the we of like, there's a bunch more scholars in town and other towns. You know we don't do that.
Yeah.
And in return, I won't ever mention the little fuck-ups with the artifacts I sent you. To Camellia specifically.
So many emotions on his face. There was a whole story. There's a journey there. And all he can say is, fuck you. Fuck you, Nike. Fuck you.
It's like walking away, like staring.
Yeah.
Like he's like, is that a yes? I'm assuming that's a yes. Alright, okay.
And Briggs and Jose won. You've just seen this altercation.
Oh, he's very good pissing people off. I know. That's Nicolas for sure. Yes, he's very good.
I've known him longer, but trust me, I know. I think he'll be all right though. Why don't we step outside?
I'll try to get near to Nicolas and. Hey, are you okay, Nicolas? Everything is okay?
Oh yeah, no, we're now.
Sure?
We're good for now. There's a hot minute happening, what time is it? Like
it's like sunset, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
gonna be a
6:30.
whole nother mess about 5 hours, but we'll deal with that in a minute.
I think Briggs is gonna like just keep walking out of the room with the with the Corys to kind of like, he doesn't want to be seen like right next to Evelyn or Nike, like in that vicinity, definitely. Like maybe later,
Yeah. Evelyn, I think it's about this time that you come out of the auction room.
I think she'll walk straight past them at first, just to keep it, because how she sees it is either she's spoken to a lot of dangerous people in that room and she doesn't want them to connect it with anyone else in that room. So she won't even look at them. It comes across as quite cold, but she'll walk straight out of the casino and onto the street. She won't even look at like Colton. She'll just keep walking.
They're still like hanging out.
There are several drinks in. There's some blushes going around.
Oh yeah.
She strides out onto the street just to get some fresh air and sort of when she feels like she's out of sight, mostly, at least.
Yeah. I think after a while, like, people exit in their various ways. I think, so you have some time and like you can get some space if y'all wanted to all meet up.
Yeah.
I think Briggs is probably gonna see Evelyn walk away like on her own. Be like, I definitely want to go talk to her. Like, so kind of heads in her direction. Like he's not like walking right up to her though. He's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not gonna intrude on her personal time or whatever.
Would I sense him coming at least? Because
I think y'all played it cool. Briggs was super cool in the auction. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think she knows he's there, gives him a slight glance and keeps walking so that they're out of sight before.
Yeah, so I think Briggs will go outside and do like, y'all don't smoke, do you? To the chorus.
Not that.
Well, why don't y'all get a drink or a snack and I'll be right back, okay? I promise. Don't go too far now.
The male Corey speaks up. We're not children.
Finally! It took 3 episodes.
The female Corey like giggles.
Well, y'all look like children to me. So, he walks out.
We're centuries older than you.
Briggs like,
Just
mic
keeps
drop,
walking.
Briggs out.
Yeah, you can go talk to Evelyn.
No, it's funny. Like there's probably a bunch of like regular old people, like humans, like around this time.
Yeah.
A lot of old people, like old ladies, old men, like at the slot machines. And he, like maybe one of them sees them and sees Briggs. He walks past them. Kids these days.
They're gonna kill you.
No, they're friends.
We're friends, remember?
No,
Briggs
they're
is friend, not food.
Food, yep. I'm sure they reassure themselves of that often.
So I think Briggs goes out and has a smoke and just kind of making it nonchalant, and then kind of looking over at Evelyn just to see like well, what is she doing? Is she gonna go on her own now? Is she gonna
she sort of stops and leans against the wall and takes out a cigarette. She doesn't smoke, but she does it so that she can go outside and people leave her alone. Most of the time you'll notice it doesn't even light, but she just holds it in her hand to make it look like that's why she sort of touches the end of it where it's quite hot, and then it starts to glow a little bit, but otherwise she doesn't actually smoke it. And she looks directly at you.
Okay, so Briggs kind of makes his way over. It's weird seeing with you with one of those in your mouth. You know, it doesn't really become you.
That's why I'm keeping it in my hand.
I should quit smoking these things too. They smell atrocious. Flicks it. Yeah. He kind of stops for a second and he's like, Evelyn, what the hell am I doing here?
She looks at you sort of up and down for him, again, sort of really taking in the suit. I assumed for well, I don't know. Do you mean in a spiritual way, or a way for the reason at the casino, or what do you mean, Briggs?
I mean, what the hell are we gonna do next? What's our next move?
Well, I'm going out for dinner in a couple of hours.
You're going out for dinner?
I am.
Are you gonna go get some chicken and waffles?
No, a little bit more upmarket than that.
I see. I think I'm a little too upmarket looking right now, if you know what I mean. I'm not exactly blending in.
It suits you, but I do think I prefer the other look. This one unnerves me a little.
So, I tell you what unnerves me. How were you able to walk right up to Kara and talk to her like that? She didn't recognize you from the bar?
She doesn't know who I am.
So you really did keep your head down that night.
Someone
All right.
had to.
Well, we gotta find a way to track down Una.
I agree.
So what do you think you can learn from your friend, tall, dark, and scary?
Tall, dark, not quite so scary. But I'm sure I can find out what I need. Why? Is there something you want me to find out?
Well, you know someone named Grace? Does that name mean anything to you?
Does it, Lauren?
Put a face to a name with night.
Okay.
You know, put a name to a name, whatever.
Night. Can I use an advantage? Yeah, can I use an advantage?
Yeah,
Please,
yeah,
thank
you can. Go ahead.
Never mind.
Wow.
I know nothing today.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, she's just like,
Yeah, doesn't sound familiar.
No.
You don't know that much about.
I don't know much about Kara, so.
Right.
She's like, no, I can't say it rings any bells. Why? Is it someone you're looking for?
At this point, kind of appearing out of almost nowhere, Marie, you hear her.
I thought it was gonna be Kara. I was like, no.
I feel you should still be aware.
Um, Grace was queen of the vampires before her baby girl killed her in the back of a limo.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I want to make.
Sure.
No. Oh,
Grace.
I'm sorry.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Grace was Kara's maker before her baby girl killed her in the back of a limo.
And I don't know who she is, do I? Not Kara,
Marie?
I mean Marie. Can I make
did
a
you-
guess at this point? Because I failed my put a face to a
Oh.
name roll. I just got the vibe of, oh dear.
Yes,
I think
you're
I-
still vibing.
I think I need to do a put a face.
Oh yeah, with power.
With power, put face to
Yeah.
a name, right?
Mhm. Yeah. So you know what most people know about her: Voodoo Queen of New Acadia.
Okay. So Briggs is this definitely. Is she a middle-aged woman or is she young?
She looks like she's in like her mid-30s.
Okay. But Briggs definitely knows who she is.
Oh yeah.
Would she by any chance recognize him? Probably not in his hunter garb if she did know him. Like if anything, 'cause she knows
she
of the
might-
hunters. She
Yeah,
probably
she's been around a long time, so
yeah, she knows all about the hunters then.
yeah, is on like neutral
Yeah.
standing with them. They're on new, like she's not.
They have similar
considered-
enemies for sure.
Yeah, she's not considered antagonistic at all, but they don't fuck with her.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
No. Hell no, we get wiped out by them. But
Yeah.
anyway, but
Yeah.
he's like, he kind of realizes like Briggs could probably like put his hand out and shake her hand and be like nice about it. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not say hi earlier. Or hello earlier. Reginald Briggs puts his hands out.
She'll take it and shake. Marie.
Yes, I've heard about you. Your reputation definitely precedes itself. It's an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Now, you were talking about Grace and Kara? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just like to be helpful when it comes to that little angel. But before we continue this discussion, where's your friend?
My friend, I'm sorry.
The small one.
Oh, you must mean Jose Juan.
Yes.
Well, he was scampering around about here. He's not much of a smoker, if you know what I mean. He sticks away. He doesn't like the smell. You know, he's got a very sensitive nose.
Where is Jose Juan right now?
So that is a good question.
Well, you're like hanging out with the Corys.
yeah. Briggs just abandoned you with his twins.
So if Nicholas is okay, I'm fine.
Mhm.
To be completely honest, Jose Juan doesn't feel very comfortable around Nicholas. So he either goes out and tries to find Senor Briggs
Yeah.
if he's able to see him,
Yeah.
or he'll probably go back to meet with Eduardo.
I think as you kind of come out in search of Briggs, like you can all see Jose Juan.
Okay.
And they're with this woman, Marie, who is definitely looking at you curiously as you come out.
And I return the look. He's
Yeah.
very you can tell from his look and his facial expression that he's very eager to talk to her, and he barely can contain. He's a very bad liar.
Yeah. She
Well,
kind of walks away from where Briggs and Evelyn are towards Jose Juan. Jose Juan.
Yes, that's my name.
Well, Jose Juan, you, that is one powerful curse you got on you.
Yes, and he's like, he tries to lower his voice, and I said, I have heard about you. I know that you know a lot of brujeria, and maybe maybe you can help me with this? I have heard that you are very powerful. Yes?
Yes.
Is there a way that I can go back to be normal?
There's always a way, Jose Juan. You just may not like it very much.
I mean, I have very little options now, but what do you need from me? I don't want to keep this up. I don't want to hurt people, you know? This is not me. And I don't feel like I belong to the pack. I'm different, you know?
She puts out her hand and just like kind of touches your cheek.
I let her.
know. Come on up and see me tonight after the sun goes down. I think you'll make it that far.
Okay. Where should I meet you?
The quarter,
The French
Madame
Quarter?
Marie's tonsorial parlor in the quarter.
Okay, senor, I will be there. Thank you very much. Gracias.
She smiles and there's definitely a tinge of sadness to it. And she walks away. I think that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode. Oh,
Yay.
3 more to go. 3 more to go.
Oh gosh, I love this game. Anyway, everyone, thank you for tonight. Please check out all the links that come up in chat. That includes our links to Discord and YouTube. You can also DM Scrat on Twitter for a game if you would like to get in one. Huge thank you to our wonderful sponsors who we could not do this without, including the Deck of Many with their amazing Kickstarter, Mage Hand Press. You can catch their Faith Folio here on a Wednesday. Hero Forge, come and catch our show as we play with their beta on a Wednesday, and also Dungeon Fog for all of your map and note-taking needs. Otherwise, keep evoking emotions and we'll see you next week. Bye.
What a fantastic show, everyone. We are going to go on a raid. I am not sure if you are aware, but the Scarathon Marathon for St. Jude's has begun. So we are going to go and raid them. That is the plan. You can find us on Sunday at 6 p.m. EDT. As we will be doing the finale for this event. It's gonna be one heck of a show. Alice will be DMing some Call of Cthulhu in Madame Gandalf slots. So get hype. Get hype. That is the aim of the game. It is live, right? Surely it's live. Okay, my mistake. There is 1 hour until the Scare-a-thon begins. So I'm going to shout them out now. Go and check it out. Go and get your follow in. We'll be there on Sunday at 6 p.m. EDT. So check that out. There's going to be tweets about it tomorrow. There's going to be all sorts of things. It's full St. Jude's. It's for the kids. Go and get your follow in now. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Until then, let's find you someone else to raid. How about the host of that very event, Madam Gandalf? Let's go, everyone. Get hype!